Hello everybody, this is Goofsome Fox coming at you with a 450 cost rated match here in the White Rider. We're going to be on a military base for this match here, and this is going to be the next part of my Pale Rider series, where I have been playing all of the Pale Riders that are currently in GBO2 and making videos talking about them. And the next suit I wanted to cover as part of this series was the White Rider, and I wanted to get this suit out of the way because it is a suit that really needs no introduction if you are familiar with my channel. The White Rider has been and still is one of my favorite suits in GBO2, not even just necessarily related to 450 cost suits or support type suits. It's just one of my favorite suits, period. And yeah, I've talked about this suit quite a bit on the channel already, so if you've seen a lot of my previous videos, you're probably going to have a good idea about what I'm going to say about this suit, but I did want to make an updated video as part of this series, just to cover some of the things that are a bit newer with the White Rider when it comes to like things it got in prior buffs and things like that. So yeah, that's what we are going to be doing for this video here, and as I've been doing with the previous videos, I am going to start off with the basic weapons and skills for the White Rider here. So starting off, the White Rider is a support type mobile suit. It is native to 450 at level 1, which is the version I'm going to be using in this video, and it can go all the way up to 600 at level 4. Unfortunately, I do not have the level 3 or 4 version of the White Rider. I was not able to get those levels when they were part of limited missions a while back. I'm really hoping those levels get added to the recycle ticket store at some point, because I really want to try the 600 cost version. I have seen that the Mega Beam can do quite a lot of damage, and I feel like at level 4 with over-tuning parts it can probably do some really neat things. So crossing my fingers that the level 3 and 4 get added to RT soon. But yeah, speaking of the Mega Beam, that is going to take us to the weapons, and I'm going to start off with our main ranged weapon, that being the prototype Shikina Gatling gun. I really like this Gatling gun. It's one of my favorite Gatlings in GBO2. Not only does it do some really decent damage, but it's just also on the more accurate side for Gatlings, and being a Gatling that you are able to move while firing, and also just being really accurate for the most part, it's really just has a nice feel to it that I really like using this weapon. For your main melee weapon, you have the Heat Rapier, which for the White Rider here, you do have 2 melee swings, which is really nice. And on top of that, the downswing for this weapon is a nice lunging poke. So a really nice, thing to have if somebody's trying to chase you and you want to catch them around a corner, or you try to catch somebody off guard by just suddenly boosting towards them and getting a poke downswing in. It really has some nice utility with it. And again, you do get 2 melee swings, though you still only have a melee priority of 1. So something to watch out for there, but again, just really another nice aspect for the suit here. Moving on to your secondary weapons, you have the prototype Shikina Mega Beam, and what they did with this a while back, I believe, is that they buffed it to where its overheat is reduced, so this weapon readies up a lot quicker after you fire it. You're able to, it cools down faster, basically, and it's very noticeable compared to, how it was in the past, because in this match here, I was able to fire the Mega Beam, I believe, 5 or 6 times. Now, some of those, granted, are from, respawns when, your weapons are readied up instantly again, but still, even in the times that I was still alive, I was able to get the Mega Beam off quite a bit. So that's probably been one of the best adjustments here for the White Rider, is just being able to have that Mega Beam ready up a lot faster. And I'll get more into this weapon when we get to the skills here, but for your final sub-weapon, you do have the arm grenade launcher that is on your left arm. You do have 3 rounds, and it does work as a pretty standard instant stun. So yeah, really nice to use the grenade launcher and, possibly go in for a melee with the Heat Rapier. Again, you do have that downswing that is that lunging poke, so if you get an instant stun, you are able to cover some distance relatively quickly, which, as you can see here, going in for the downswing on what I believe is a Uma Lightning Gelgook. Yeah, was able to reach him very quickly with the downswing. Moving on to the skills here. For the main standout skills I want to mention here, you do have High Performance Balancer and Melee Combo Controller, so 2 melee swings. You do have Precision Shelling. You have the Zeus Ability Boost. And for the Zeus Ability Boost here, the main things about this skill that I really like is that not only does it increase your range damage, but it shortens the charge time for the Mega Beam, so it makes for a very scary combo, especially later in this match when I have the Zeus activated and I hit I think pretty much a full health Zaku Machinery. I think I pretty much reduce all of their health except for a little bit. It can be a really scary combo here with the Zeus and the Mega Beam, and yeah, that's really most of the standout skills I wanted to mention here. And yeah, I've kind of said a lot of positive things about the White Rider when I was like covering the weapons and skills and everything. Again, I just think this is a really nice suit overall. I just absolutely love the White Rider. That's like all of the video there. I absolutely love the suit, and I think compared to just a lot of the Pale Riders that I have played, granted the White Rider is on the newer end of Pale Rider variants compared to like a lot of other suits that are in the game, in the Pale Rider lineage, but even then, just like with the way that they have adjusted the suit in the past and the things they have given it, it really has just made the White Rider a very standout support. It's a very viable pick today, and again, even at 600 cost, I have seen clips where the Mega Beam is able to do some chunky damage to enemies at that cost, so again, just really hoping I can get the level 4 at some point, because I want to see that for myself. But yeah, White Rider, really amazing support. Absolutely love this suit. I know, like I said, I was going to maybe do a tier list on the Pale Riders at some point, but if I do get to one, the White Rider is very likely going to be at the very top. Yeah, I really can't name a lot that's wrong with this suit. Like, really. Like, not saying that the White Rider doesn't have any weaknesses, but, like, I can't really name anything about this suit that's, like, really that bad. Especially, like, you know, like, the main thing with the White Rider here is that you do want to have some really good aim if you are using the Mega Beam. That's something that really worked out a lot better in this match compared to the last match I had in the situation battle that they did with it, where my aim with the Mega Beam was not that good. This time, though, it was a lot better. And real quick, let's take a look at the stats here. Yeah, top individual, top assist, and top in damage. First place with 7 kills and 2 loss. So, yeah, really amazing stats there in the White Rider. And a big part of that, as I just mentioned, is because in this match, my aim was just really on point. When I got this video, I was really hitting a lot of those Mega Beam shots, which is really what you want to do with the White Rider. But as I said, a lot of the other weapons aside from the Mega Beam are really good. Really like the grenade launcher. I think the Gatling is really nice. The Heat Rapier, really good melee weapon on a support suit. So yeah, that's mostly what I have to say here. Really just another video just absolutely glazing the White Rider here. I just can't get over it. I just absolutely love this suit. Again, just one of my favorite suits in GBO2. Really like it. I like the way it plays. I like the way it looks. It's just really cool. And again, I really can't name anything too big for major flaws. The only things, and I know I'm like past the match here, so I'm gonna try to make this quick. The only two things I would like to see with the White Rider here is maybe the ability to have a single dodge roll when the Zeus is activated. If not, maybe just make it have resist move when the Zeus is activated. I think that would be a pretty neat thing, since I think it could dodge roll in Code Fairy when Zeus was activated. And the other thing I would like to see too is for it to have the Shikina missile. I know in Code Fairy the Shikina could also fire a missile out of the barrel. It can't in GBO2, so if they want to add a new weapon to it, I think that would be good. But as I said, I think the weapons that the White Rider already has is really good, so not sure if that extra missile is necessary. Could be just a neat little thing they add in a future update, but yeah, I'm really extended over time here, so I'm going to end the video here. That's going to be everything I have for the White Rider, so yeah, comment down below what you think about the White Rider. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.